perfected this sort of 35-degree angle head in our price in the early 90s to try and look through the section. So I'll apply this here in the CEX closet today. Can I take as many as I want? Oh, nice. Okay. It's really generous as well. So I've seen this, the third one come up on the CEX closet. It's MI2 with old Tommy Cruise. The best soundtrack, Metallica and Limp Bizkit. Can you get any better than that? Plus Tom Cruise, obviously, as well. There we go. Mr. and Mrs. Smith, classic. You know, before Allied came out, you know, this was the precursor to Allied, where their hearts were broken with Jennifer Aniston obviously involved in that. But Allied owes a lot to Mr. and Mrs. Smith, and that will be definitely one of my picks to catch. One to cheer you up on a fucking Saturday night would be My Sister's Keeper. And that's one that I kind of go to, which is ironically next to another film that I would say is a double bill, Marley Me. They're definitely two films that kind of live together. They've got some symbiosis going on that if you really want to try and ameliorate your relations with your other half, those are the two films that I would pick. Oh, fucking hell. Everyone loves Peep Show, and someone thought it was a good idea to put David Mitchell and Robert Webb in a film together, and Magicians would be my pick as that sort of bringing together the best of British comedy in the early noughties as the two guys on television making sort of counterculture comedy, and now you've got them in this really brash British comedy that is of the ages. I would say this is up there with On the Buses, to be honest with you. You know, that's the sort of thing we're going for, so that would be another pick. Already up to 5, this is generous. I've not seen the second film, but I've certainly seen the first film. It would be Sandra Bullock did an incredible job in Speed, and definitely Speed 2 is the better of the two films. But Miss Congeniality would be up there for me to go and see the second one. I've not seen it, so this is going to be a treat next week to go and enjoy. A lot of people poo-poo Jim Carrey for his work, but I think Lemony Snicket is up there with something that you really want to watch. If you're into like Child Brides and that sort of thing, then Jim Carrey as Count Olaf would be my pick. There's a sinister tone, but he kind of hits it just right. It's halfway between something that you possibly saw in the Truman Show and maybe Liar Liar, and that's all in there. You get the whole performance, the whole Carey, if you want. And probably an actor of our generation, you know, everyone's favourite Scott. When they told him that he could be part of a cinematic universe, then Sean Connery in The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen would be another pick of mine, just because it's such a fantastic film, and I think Marvel probably owe a debt to the lessons learned in this film, which, to be honest with you, I think is a lot better than some of the Marvel content.
He retired because of that film.
And so he should. He went out on a high. He went out on a high with The League of Extraordinary Gentlemen. And yeah, God rest his soul. You know, Sean Connery is the man. I'm seeing too much arty stuff. I'm seeing too much cool stuff. I'm not really into that. I'm sort of your layman. You know, I like what I see and I see what I know, and if it's familiar, then I'm down with it. So let's have a look. Yeah, come on. The Mummy Returns. Brendan Fraser, you know, forget George of the Jungle. This is what you want. You know, he was just trying out in that film, and when he hit the Mummy franchise, he'd struck gold. And The Mummy Returns with The Rock, don't forget him, you know, who obviously appeared as the amazing CGI creation in The Scorpion King. The Mummy Returns is definitely one that, if you're a Brendan Fraser fan and you saw that inkling of potential in George of the Jungle, then the Mummy series is definitely one you want to get involved with. So there are some good titles in there, some really, you know, one to pick. don't be fooled by the rocks that I've got. You know, I'm just Jenny from the block. She's more than a musician. And in this film, alongside Ray Fiennes, this is kind of the best romantic, not necessarily comedy, but I think that there's some definite nuances about relationships within Maid in Manhattan, and that would be my final pick for today on CEX Concerts. Thank you very much.